What is up, guys? Today I'm filming a self-care routine type video. Mention that my hair is different. This is my first time having doing box braids on myself. Well, I started them, some of them, and then my mom braided the rest of them because I kept having issues each time I did it. But this is literally my first time actually it was a group effort type thing. It was just my mom and I doing it because it was tiring. I started last night and I was gonna wash my hair, and then I was like, my hair doesn't really need to be washed. So I was just like, I don't really know about this because it doesn't really need it. But they're all different lengths. That's the thing. There was a lot of things that I really need to fix on whenever I do learn how to do it better. I have a love-hate relationship with it. Last night I was really feeling myself, and then this morning I was like, I don't know, it's just these ends, the ends, since I cut them wrong, the ends are just stringy and they don't want to braid. If you're new, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 4K. Also check out my Instagrams, follow them, like my pictures, all that good stuff. They're always linked down below. Also check out my other videos, like them and comment on them. They're always in playlists and iCards. If you're bored, you can just binge watch my videos if you want to, because it really does help me out in the long run. We're trying to get to 4K. I do need to oil my scalp because it's completely dry. This slaps. I don't even drink, I was gonna say coffee. This is not coffee. This is, I almost said tea. This is soda. And I don't drink soda like that because I'm not really a huge fan of it. But this is this has orange aid in it. And it's, I don't really know if it's new, but I only buy sodas. But since we had guests over, we wanted to buy them stuff so they feel welcome. And sometimes my mom, whenever we have guests over, she buys extra food for them to eat so they don't feel like they're limited, I guess you would say, because we have different diets between a lot of people that we know personally. So yeah, so I have a face mask, and this is from Mama Nurture. Sent this to me last week, and I've used this a couple of times, and it's the bentonite clay mask. And I will tell you that it actually moisturized my skin, because you know how when you use bentonite clay and it strips your skin because it's drawing out all the impurities and dirt and oil, so it leaves your skin really dry and really gross, and you have to go in with a really heavy moisturizer. Well, with this, since there is oils in here to keep my skin moisturized, I don't have to feel I have to really it doesn't feel dry the Sahara Desert on my face when I use this. It looks like this. And what I really liked about the products that she sent me was that they all came in a glass bottle, and I really like that. And I know that this is gonna last me a long time because she said you can use 30 uses up to this, I think, but I've used this already 5 times. And I think that since I don't really need that much on my face, I'm gonna be Gucci. And I've been using different products lately on my body because I've been sent products, but I haven't been showing them because I really wanted to give you guys an actual good review on them. I'm getting a lot of comments lately, in different videos. It's not just one video, it's different videos, and it's from different people where people like to just hear me talk about what's going on. So it's the 12th. I feel people just get really triggered by everything, so I'm just apologizing. Even though I think maybe because I'm gonna get annoyed because I keep doing this. And I haven't had box braids or any protective style like this since 2017. And the reason why I stopped was because I didn't know how to take care of it properly, and it was ripping out a lot of my hair, which is a given because you know, you have a protective style for I had them in for maybe 2-3 months, and that's kind of normal. Some people keep them in for a couple weeks, some people keep it in for a month, but for me, I wanted it to last as much as possible, and I wanted growth. so I kept them in for a hot minute, and I really felt confident in it, but I just hated that people kept touching my hair, because since I went to all white school for 4 years of my life, people were really intrigued by this, and I don't know why, but you know, but it was really nice, but it's so expensive. So I was like telling my mom that I wanted to try to do it myself, and I said this like maybe a week ago, and I didn't really think I was gonna follow through, because I really suck at following through with things, like a lot of things. Like I will say I'll do it and I don't do it, but I really don't know. Like I watched so many different videos of people doing it for the first time, doing box braids for the first time, and they all looked perfect, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong, because like, first of all of their braids went down to the bottom. Mine literally gets short at like the middle piece is always getting super short, so it just stops at a weird length. And yeah, like blue looks really good with my skin tone, but it just like, I don't really know how I feel about it. And I slept with them last night, and it was kind of like, ugh. Like I forgot about that weird uncomfortable pain after getting them in. I don't know, like beauty is pain, but I just really wanted to switch it up a little bit. I had some like grease into my hair. I don't know why, but like a few things happened this past few days, and so I don't know why. I don't know why, but I didn't really like talk about this, but we had a guest over for a night, and they were coming all the way from San Diego, and these people, like I've known them pretty much since I was a toddler, and they have 3 kids, and I grew up with all 3 of them, and along with their cousins, I grew up with their cousins too. So it was like a little tight little community. Like when I lived in Chula Vista, it was probably like my prime, because I freaking had a community of people that really like cared about everyone and watched out for everyone, and I really miss that, because I don't know, I just feel like people don't care about each other as much as they used to, like, as you know. And I remember like we did actually visit them last year when we went to California, and it was really chill. We were chilling in their apartment and playing with the cats for a hot minute, and I honestly forgot that they had cats, but they're kind of sort of new, but not really. I only liked one of the cats because the other one, the girl one, was so freaked out, and she had really bad anxiety from traveling all the way from California to Texas. They stayed here for a night, and I was kind of nervous because we spent a lot of time cleaning, and also like, you know, it was their first time seeing our house in person. And you know, I was raised to how do I say it, like every time a guest come over, my mom and I would be the ones cleaning up, trying to make the house look spotless, to make a good impression. And she got that from my great grandma. Like it's just a traditional thing. Like my grandma does it too, kinda. You're really late. They were supposed to be here at like noon, and I felt like they kept getting lost in New Mexico, and I was just like, that sounds like they keep, because every time I asked like my mom, like, oh, where they are and where are they at now, like are they close to here, and then my mom was like, they're still in New Mexico. And I'm like, New Mexico isn't even that big of a state. Why do they keep like, it just seemed like they were going in circles in New Mexico. And I get that because it was probably their first time, and there was 2 people driving. I got like towels and that stuff for them because we ran out of towels because I used them all. And they were like, no, we have our stuff, like we can just get out of the U-Haul. But we were trying to prevent that because we know how hard it is to get stuff out of a U-Haul, because it gets really messy and it's just not a fun time. So when they got here, we all said hi, we hugged them, and it was really chill. And we talked about like things that we did as a kid together, because we all like literally like I said, I've known them for 15 years of my life. And we kind of all like, out of everyone in our little friend group, everyone kind of just did their own thing. So it is kind of weird because like every time I see them, they look so much different. And it's just, I don't know, like it's just so weird because I've known them for so long and I forget about that. Like I met the eldest one, we're both the same age, but I met the eldest one in kindergarten, and I don't even remember like how our mom started like talking. I washed everything off and I washed my face. I need to put like cortisone or something up my nose because there's like a scab in my nose, and every time I like talk or scrunch my nose, which I kind of do a lot. Anyways, so yeah, so they were here for like a night, they slept here, and then they left yesterday at noon. And it was weird because like I don't really like, I miss certain people, but I was like, when they left, I actually like felt sad, all catching up on our lives and stuff like that. And when I told them, I don't know why, but like they keep forgetting how old I am, even though I'm really close in age with, well, I'm like the same age as the eldest one, and like I'm a couple days, I'm like 3 days older and a year older than the middle one, and I'm 5 years older than the last kid. So I'm really close in age with the other two. And the cat, like they were both chilling in my brother's room, because I honestly don't know why they were in my brother's room, but they were just, we had like an arrangement, I guess, and we're just like, oh, we're gonna keep them in Taj's room because they could not be in my, oh, now I know why. Okay, now I know why. Okay, they couldn't be in my room because I have guinea pigs in here and their cages are open, so they can just jump in there and think that they're a mouse or something and do something. And then I don't think they would do that, but I just have to be cautious because they are defenseless. And then in my parents' room, they have the dog, and my dog is just very overprotective and he doesn't really like a lot of people or things. Night, apparently they were just looking out his window. Well, one of them was, and then the other one was snuggling with my brother. And yeah, I mean, it was cute, but I was kind of worried because I was just like, oh, I hope they don't like do something, because they said that one of them just like kind of like claws at their neck or something whenever they're asleep, and whenever they don't get attention they start freaking out. But honestly, like most animals are like that, because it's kind of funny, but it's also like it's a reality. Like whenever animals don't get attention, they start freaking the fuck out. Today, like we had breakfast together, and then they were getting ready, well, they showered and then they left. And the crazy part was, like, they kept forgetting things in the house. They looked super prepared, but they kept forgetting like really important things. Like the youngest one forgot his glasses and he was on the floor outside. And then the mom forgot her shampoo and conditioner and her face wash here, and one of them left her deodorant here. And my mom told me for like years, like ever since I was a kid, like every time someone leaves their belongings at their house, that means they didn't want to leave. And they kept saying that they didn't really want to leave the house, like they really liked our house, but they were on a time crunch, so they couldn't stay here any longer. It wasn't really anything like super crazy, nothing. I mean, the only thing that was crazy that happened was when my dad was taking out the, like, this is when they first got here, like it was like a little bit after they got here. We were all done with eating, well, they were done eating their food, there was pizza, and my dad was taking out the pizza boxes and the trash, and all of a sudden like Jack runs out, which was one of the cats. And we at first didn't think the cat ran out because it just didn't seem like it, but they were both plotting to leave the house. Like they wanted to explore the outside of the house too, but we didn't let them because there's coyotes out here. And we were making jokes prior to this happening. We were like, oh, if the cat runs out, we're not gonna run after it because it's nighttime and there's coyotes outside and it's basically gonna fend for itself. But it was a joke. And then all of a sudden, my dad, I guess, let the door open too wide and the cat just spread out, and it was stressful because at first we were like, did the cat really run out? Like, we were just like all looking at each other like, did the cat really run out? And then we were like, where's Jack? Where's Jack? And one of them was sleeping, like one of the boys were sleeping on the couch, and then all of a sudden I hear him like getting up, and he was just like, and then we found out the cat ran out and he was under their car, and luckily one of them got to him because we couldn't get to him because they didn't really know us, so I didn't feel like they were gonna like let us grab him. But I did grab him once because he almost ran into my parents' room, and he was trying to open my door because apparently they can open doors, because if it doesn't lock, they would like go put their hand under the crack and start like jiggling it until it opens, and then they're in there like swimwear. Nothing happened to the cat, it was fine. It's just he really wanted to explore, but it was like 11 o'clock at night when that happened, and surprisingly like everyone took it well when he ran out. I thought that everyone was going to be frantic because I know that when my dad left the door open when my dog ran out, we were all frantic, and I was actually in the shower when it happened. Like, I was showering and all of a sudden I hear my mom screaming, the dog ran out, and I was like, what? And I thought I was hearing things, to be honest, because like I don't know why, but it's just like there's been a few times where like things happen while I was in the shower, and that's like the most vulnerable time to be in a dangerous situation, is when you're naked and afraid. A couple hours after everyone left, I went to the mailbox to retrieve these products, okay, because a company sent me products and I'm gonna like show them, like, you know, I already tried these two. This is a lotion bar, and I've always wanted a lotion bar because it's ethically friendly and also like it lasts a long time. And this is a body butter, and I really love body butters, if you could not tell. But I was gonna retrieve these, and when I was getting to my house, one of my neighbors came up to me and was like, hey. Well, first she was like, hola, and she knows like a lot of Spanish. She knows only mostly Spanish, but most of the time I do really like, I do understand her, but when it comes to certain things I don't. Like, I'm not that educated in Spanish. She was saying to me like she would love if I could like help her out and help with her daughter, and she has a disability. And I've been around people with disabilities, but I've never been around someone with her type of disability, and that's why it makes me nervous. And she said she was gonna pay me for me to do it, and she's like, you don't have to do it all the time, but it's just sometimes when I need to go out and, you know, go to the doctors or something. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll think about it. I understand you want to get out of the house and this and the third. Okay, so it's like a couple of days later, and I really want to finish up this video so I can put it up tomorrow. But okay, so I should have vlogged yesterday, but I didn't. But we went to the store yesterday. It was kind of a disaster. So anyways, with everything that's going on right now, there's been a shortage of things. It's kind of weird because like no one cared about those things as much as they did until this little pandemic, and it's weird. But so we went to like 3 different stores and we had troubles finding like basic necessities. We went out to get some groceries because they're making it seem like this is like a zombie apocalypse. Like everyone in the store, like in the military base, because we went on a military base yesterday, and it was my first time going to the commissary, and I was really excited. but I saw a dead cat up there, so of course it made me kind of sad a lot. Like, there was just too much going on. There's crazy drivers. So we went to Walmart as well, and we do have like a lot of toilet paper, so I'm not really concerned about that, but I do like stocking up on things that we need. The good thing about going to all the stores that we went to yesterday was that no one cares about healthy food here, so we stocked up on a lot of healthy food. A lot of people were going more towards the microwavable stuff and the more like processed foods, but everyone left all the healthy stuff alone, and so there was a lot of that. But like the ramens were gone, the toilet paper were gone, the disinfectant wipes were gone, the Lysol, all that stuff that helps disinfect your house, those were gone. Like, even people went in the baby aisle, took all the wipes, and we went to several different baby aisles. They were all gone. And I like using wipes on my period. Okay, so I just told my face with apple cider vinegar, which I've been doing for a while now. I stopped using witch hazel a long time ago because it was drying out my face a lot, so I was like, this is not cute. I'm not using this anymore. I hate editing on my phone. Like, the more I do it, the more I just dread editing even more, because I can't like use green screens and stuff. Like, I can't use all my cool music that I've saved. Also, like, I don't know if anyone like has any suggestions, but like, if you know any like really good reliable websites that don't have a virus on it, and you can download music from YouTube onto your computer legally, comment them down below, because I've been needing to download new music for a hot minute onto my videos. And you know, the reason why I freaking had that virus was because I wanted to download music. I'm gonna take a selfie now. I mean, that's just how I am nowadays, but it literally does not match my outfit. But why is this I hate that this phone takes so long to like focus the pictures when you look at it in the albums. So I'm over here thinking that my pictures are like hella blurry, but it just takes a few seconds to like focus. It's super annoying. I did take a lot of selfies today, but I only posted 2 of them out of the 50 that I taken. Okay, so it's like a lot later now, cleaning up the kitchen, but all I made was like some cauliflower wings, and I hope it's good. I mean, this one I made with stir-fry sauce, and then this one was just hot sauce. I mean, I don't know, but standing for like 2 hours, and I haven't really sat down because I just really want to get this over with. But this is the last one, and it just sucks because like I ran out of paprika. That's kind of loud. I don't really want to hear people making out in the background of my video. I have a baby gate now for my room after so long of putting it off, but I've been wanting one for a hot minute because I wanted some air ventilating in there. And we used to have a baby gate for my old room. I honestly haven't been keeping up with a new season of 90 Day Fiancé because it's really like boring to me now, and I only really watch the recaps on Instagram and like read the tea about that on Instagram, so I know what's going on. But like the last 2 seasons, I've been really like feeling like it's a snore fest, and I think their ratings are going down. I did do like a thing where I warmed up some butter on the stove. I'm trying to limit my microwave usage because ever since I moved to Texas, I was using a microwave, and I went 4 years without using one, and there was like a point in time that I just kept using it because I was so scared of the gas stove. And I really hate using the microwave with a passion for so many different reasons. 3, and in the midst of all this, I fed the dog, which I honestly thought I was gonna forget, but I kept checking the time, so I was like actually on time for once. But because my dog is like on the schedule, and then he was kind of like harassing me about it because he started like getting antsy because it was like 6:03 and he was already like getting a little bit annoying because he started getting in my face because he just somehow knows how to tell time, but I guess it's a feeling, like his stomach starts growling around 6, but I missed it by 3 minutes and he was like freaking the hell out. I end this right now for a little bit. If you enjoyed, please give a like, comment your thoughts on this video, subscribe if you haven't. Please ignore Wolf crying. My parents are home and he cries for like a good 5 minutes before they walk in. My Instagrams, follow, like my pictures, all the good stuff. Turn your post notifications. If you have any video requests, comment them down below, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. I'm really tired and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video.